Welcome, students, to the new chapter of Social Science, Class 8, Judiciary. You have heard about judiciary from Class 6. Let us study in detail in your class, and let us start with the topic by dealing the meaning of judiciary. Judiciary. All the courts at different levels in a country are collectively called the judiciary. It is independent and powerful institution and is considered essential for democracies. The Indian judiciary consists of three layers. One is the Supreme Court for the entire nation. It is the apex court, the highest. High courts in the states, district courts, and the courts at the local level. The judiciary in India is also one of the most powerful in the world. Functions of judiciary. First, dispute resolution. It resolves disputes between citizens and the government, between the two state governments, between the center and the state governments. That means at any area if there is any conflict. That means if there is any difference in opinion and they are not satisfied, they can take the matter to the court, and there the judiciary gives the help and it resolves the dispute. The second term, judicial review. It states the power to examine the laws and actions of local, state and national governments and to cancel them if they violate the constitution. That means judiciary has been given the power. If the government is not moving or working according to the constitution, definitely the court can intervene and ask for the correct action that has to be taken. So these are the functions of the judiciary. Now let us understand the features like appellate system. It means that the Supreme Court will reconsider the case and legal issues involved in it. A person can appeal to Supreme Court against the decisions of the High Court. But High Court has to certify that the case is fit for appeal. That means basically appellate system says that whatever the work is done with the chain, and once you are not satisfied at one level of the court, you can move to the other level. Rule of law. Rule of law means that all individuals, whether rich or poor, men or women, forward or backward caste, they all are subjected to the same law. Basically, in the eyes of law, everyone is equal. That is why we have personified a lady to your law with blindfolded eyes and having a balance. That means she doesn't know anyone who the person is and only weighs with the witness and evidences and declares the judgment. Role of judiciary. It says that individual rich or poor, men or women, forward or backward caste are subject to the same law. That means rule of law. Judiciary protects rule of law and ensures supremacy of law. It safeguards rights of the individual, settles disputes in accordance with the law. Now let us check. Why do we need independent judiciary? Independent judiciary was required and it was kept at the time of framing of constitution so that everyone is equated and having his own individualistic place. All the organizations, all the people, every entity should have a specific area of exercise of freedom, of rules and regulations and everything. And whenever they are kept to be in the proper track, the judiciary comes into action. Other organs of government like executive and legislature must not restrain the functioning of judiciary. That means nobody is going to interfere. Other organs should not interfere with decisions of the judiciary. Judge must be able to perform functions without any fear. It has three branches, any of the government. It has given three branches. One is your legislative branch, that means where the laws are framed. Then the executive branch, that means wherever the laws are framed, they have to be executed, implemented put upon in action. So the third branch, what does it do? Judicial, they keep a check whether whatever has been made by the legislature, executed by the executives, is properly implemented, so that judiciary ensures the working is done properly. Now, structure of courts in India. First, you could see in this flowchart also, Supreme Court, that is on the highest level, then High Court to every state, and the district courts. So, the courts that most people interact are what we call as subordinate or district courts. The nearest one, the local area courts. These are usually at the district or tehsil level or in towns. Each state has a high court, which is the highest court of that state. That means if you are not satisfied with the decisions at any of your district courts and with the norms your case is eligible, you can file a case in the high court. At the top is the Supreme Court, that is located in New Delhi and is presided over by the Chief Justice of India. The decision made by the Supreme Court are binding on all other courts in India. Judiciary. This is the structure. See, Supreme Court, it is at the central level, High Court, district courts, and the Nyay Panchayats. District courts you find in the urban areas and the Nyay Panchayats in the rural areas. This is the structure of courts: Supreme Court, High Court, District Court and additional district judges, subordinate judge class 1, subordinate judge class 2, court of small causes for metropolitan cities, Munsif court or court of sub-judge 3rd class. Now let us check what is the Supreme Court and what does it do. It is the custodian of the Constitution, guardian of our Constitution. It can term any law as null or void if it is violating any provision of the Constitution. It is done by the judicial review. It exercises judicial review, and this can be done. Even high courts can do, but Supreme Court is the custodian of the Constitution. It is the apex court of our nation. Now let us check the differences. Criminal law and the civil law. Criminal law, it deals with conduct or acts that the law defines as offences. Deals with any harm or injury of rights of any individual. This is your civil law. It usually begins with lodging of FIR with the police in case of criminal case, and investigation follows. In case of civil law, a petition has to be filed before the relevant court by the affected party only. Criminal law, if found guilty, the accused can be sent to a jail and also fined. For civil law, the court gives the specific relief asked for. In case between a landlord and a tenant, the court can order the flat to be vacated and pending rent to be paid. So this is the difference between criminal law and the civil law. Now let us check the difference between our Supreme Court and any high court. First, Supreme Court. This is the union court and the apex institution of the united court system. Then, the judges of the Supreme Court cannot be transferred and cannot be promoted. The Supreme Court only has the power to take decisions regarding the constitutions. Basically, these are all the basic features of your Supreme Court. Then let us see what High Court states. It is constituted in every state. Every state is having its own High Court. The judges of the High Court are transferable to other High Courts. They can be promoted up to judge of the Supreme Court. The High Courts are bounded to obey the decisions of the Supreme Court. Now let us check PIL in India. What is it? Basically, public interest litigation. This gives the power to people, those who can reach court for their desired actions or desired rights, whatever they feel they are not given. The legal procedures take up a lot of time and involve lot of money. PIL was introduced by the Supreme Court in early 1980s and played an important role in giving justice to economically weaker sections. Through PIL, any individual or organization can approach the court on behalf of those whose rights have been violated. It is an important feature, PIL, and basically you must be knowing it. Even you grow up, you should know what can be done if your basic rights are being violated. And your last, Article 24. Constitution of India, it tells that everybody has right to food, everyone has the right to life, liberty and security of a person, right to life also. So all these features are explained so that one should be aware of what are the basic things which are available to an individual or a citizen of our nation. Thank you. I hope you have understood the chapter thoroughly. So take good care of yourself.